everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I have just had the pleasure of witnessing Nottingham Forest 1, West Brom 1 at the City Ground. And as you can see, this was extremely entertaining. Let me tell you all about it. So both these teams played on Saturday a couple of days ago. Not too many changes, but just a weird Sky TV early quirk of the fixture list. Forest 4-2-3-1. Pantilimon in goal. Doriqua, Figueiredo, Fox, Osborne across the back four. Guediora and Colback sitting in front there. Diaz started to the right. Carvalho in the 10 position. Lolly to the left. Diaz and Lolly were going to swap a lot during the game. I'll just say that now rather than letting you know every time that happened. Graben up front on his own. So that was 3 changes for Forest, 2 changes for West Brom, also in a 4-2-3-1. Johnston in goal. Forgive me, West Brom fans, I'm going to butcher this. Adarabioyo, and that's probably the last time I try and say that, although he's going to hit the post at the end of the game. So Bartley, Hegazi and Gibbs across the back four. Brunt and Livermore sitting in front there. Phillips, Morrison, Barnes, Rodriguez up front, lifted into the box on 5, volleyed under pressure by Rodriguez, puts over, not bad chance this, it's lifted in, and he's quite tightly marked and he puts the volley over. On 10, Doriqua down the right, low cross into the box. Carvalho's arriving, sort of 15 yards out, good block out for the corner. First little look at Forest's attacking triumvirate off Graben, who turned out to be very good in the first half. Big switch right to left, great takedown by Lolly. He engages his man, puts it across. Graben's on the edge of the box, complete air shot by him. Good chance that. You don't realise it's a good chance because no shot actually occurred, but he was in a great position. Would expect better from him. Fox drives out of defence, feeds Carvalho. He shoots over right-footed from 20 yards. 20 minutes in, Forest well on top, really imposed themselves on the game. Diaz drifts inside, dinks it over the back four. Great ball by him. Left-footed, Graben into the box, takes it down, puts it on his right foot, volleys over from the angle, and then Diaz switches for the first time. Diaz was really good in this game, and it's again him on 28 down the left, crosses to the middle, touch behind, falls to Graben lots of time, stinging shot. They backed off him a little bit there, West Brom. Comes back, intercepted on the chest by the West Brom covering defender. He wants the keeper to come and grab it. Johnston's not sure. They all converge. I think Graben's boot hits Johnston in the head. The ball runs away from Johnston, who's quite clever because he immediately flollops down and the ref blows the whistle. But there was an empty net and Forest put it in. So probably quite clever there. Probably a foul, but he made the most of it in order to get the game stopped there. Bartley takes a yellow on Diaz, who's running right here. Mistake between Johnston in the right back area and the guy whose name I can't say. Graben's in on goal. Johnston comes out well. Graben takes way too long, too many touches, ended up crossing it, and Lolly puts the volley over. Forest are all over West Brom here coming towards the end of the first half. Doriqua with a dangerous low cross. Lolly stings Johnston's fingers and Osborne shoots wide. They're really dominating. They needed to get into the lead before half time, I think. That said, West Brom in down the right. It's a cutback, great chance for Phillips. He's 8 yards out and it's really well blocked. Lolly then gets slid through and his shot deflects wide into the side netting on 43 for Forest. Great move by West Brom though to end the half. Morrison and Barnes set Phillips away down the right. He smashes it across waist high. Rodriguez is arriving. Any kind of gentle touch on this and he scores, but he can't. He's well marked and he can't direct it on target. Really good first half, as you can imagine. Forest were really on top. From about 20 minutes to 35, they got even better. They should have gone 1-0 up at some point, but still 0-0. West Brom, with those chances at the end of the half, could have gone in 1-0 up. But I was very impressed with Forest and very impressed with Diaz floating around there off the front. Into the second half, lovely throated through ball to Graben. Good touch, pulls the trigger, and Bartley last ditch tackle there. Good work by him. Pantilimon on 50. Now, I know this is a Sky game, so probably if you're watching you may well know the answer, but the ball's rolling towards Pantilimon and a very suspect looking kind of grab it and pull it back into the area. That was either just outside or just inside. I'll let you tell me with the HD 50 replays you've probably seen if you've seen it on Sky. I saw it once and I was like, that looked an interesting one. Barnes drags an effort wide, right-footed from 25 yards for West Brom. Great play by Forest. Diaz slits Osborne inside the fullback, low cross. Carvalho steps over it. Lolly shoots over. Good football. Diaz, Carvalho. These are good signings by Forest. They're gonna have a good season if they can continue on into the winter. Colbeck takes a yellow. More intensity in this half. It's a really good game. And on 58. Forest take the lead. Interestingly, they probably deserve to take the lead more at around 35-40 minutes, but they get the lead here on 58. Guediora's in the midfield position. I guess he's about 35 yards out when he gets out of his feet, pushes forward, engages the midfielder, takes him on, hits the shot, hits a good shot, and again, I haven't seen the replay, so don't shoot me down. I thought it nicked underneath one of the defender's foot. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's a really good effort. It's swerving. I think, though, that might have just deceived the keeper, Johnston, in the goal. Swerving into the corner, bouncing, bobbling. Good hit, good goal, and not on the basis of the second half, but on the basis of the whole game, Forest deserved to be in the lead. Darren Moore reacts nice and quickly. Dwight Gale comes in, and it's a simple 4-4-2 for West Brom. They take Morrison out of the 10 position, drop the fullbacks back, and go with the two up front, Rodriguez and Gale. These names, these are players in the Championship that should really cause havoc. That is the beauty of the 4-2-3-1. It can very, very easily become a 4-4-2 if you want to go a bit more attacking. Forest on 64 are olaying the passes. I'm sitting there thinking, guys, is this a bit premature? But they turn into a 25 pass move, and Diaz is nearly in at the end of it. Would have been a hell of a goal. Last ditch tackle there, so fair dues Forest fans for olaying the passes, because it was great football there. Lovely ball fizzed into Phillips into the box now. West Brom have got more presence up front, and they're going to start creating some chances. Shifts it left, his shot deflects over. He's well positioned here. Goncalves comes in for Diaz. Really impressed with Diaz, but his last 5 minutes, he nearly got booked about 3 times. Definitely tired, and his tackles got more and more ragged. But I'd love to know in the comments from Forest fans about Diaz what you expect from him. He's either going to be a very special player or a very frustrating player. We'll see if he can piece together a whole season. Goncalves immediately drifts into the box, and side netting there. He's well marked, but good kind of first impact from him. West Brom get a corner on 80. Forest break. It's 3-on-3. This is a great moment because no one in the stadium saw it. You're looking, and as I always do on a counter-attack from a corner like this, I'm like counting up the numbers, and I figure out Guediora's got 2 to his left, and the West Brom players are chasing back. No one in the stadium figured he was going to do what he did. He must have been 10 yards inside his own half. He's miles out. He hits a shot, and then you kind of realise, oh, wow. And the shot gradually rises and rises and rises. Johnston scrambling. I'm going to say it was going in, but it may not have been. But it was a really, really great strike from Guediora, and he tips it, Johnston, and it goes wide. Superb play, great moment. Would have been a brilliant goal if it had gone in. I'm trying to scan my brains. I don't think I've seen anybody score from their own half. We saw on this channel, we saw Floyd Ayite score from inside the D for Fulham last season, similar fashion. In fact, wow, that would have been Johnston in goal because it was Aston Villa. There you go. Seamless transition there, but great effort from Guediora there. Gale is bustling forward. He's forcing Forest back. He's so direct with his pace, Gale. He's so old school. It gets chipped through back to him after it runs. Chests it down, hits the left foot. He gets the best contact on it he can, hitting it early. It goes past Pantilimon, hits the foot of the post. Oh my goodness, this is a good game. Incredible chance though. Counter switches over. Out come Forest. They work it from left to right. Lolly's in. He's got to shoot. Lolly, shoot, man. Takes another touch. When a shot would have been better, he tries to pass. Goodness me. Sudani comes in for Carvalho. But West Brom get the equaliser on 86. They get a man over. I think it's Gale. I'm sorry, there was so much going on. And West Brom, please sort the numbers out on your away sheet. You cannot read them if you're sitting far away from the pitch. It looks like the chance is gone when the cross goes in. He aims it for the middle. It goes all the way over. Phillips is arriving. Oh my God, he leathers it. He absolutely bloody leathers it. Wow, what a goal. So he's coming in from the back of the area. It's a half volley. Oh my God. Wow, what a goal by him. I think it may have touched the bar on the way in, but an absolute stormer from Phillips. Great goal. Great game this. 87 minutes. I'm scrambling. I've got my pad here. I can't keep up. Deary me. I think it's Dorico doesn't play for West Brom. The West Brom right back. Terrible cross, but it's sailing. Pat Tillerman's lost it. Hits the post. Squared in. Gale's arriving. He's 6 yards out. He hits it. They hit the bar again. Oh my God. West Brom should have been buried in this game. They hit the post 3 times. Or the woodwork 3 times. My head's spinning. Forrest's head spinning as well. Incredible stuff. Lolly's in again. On 88. He can't get his shot in from the counter. A corner for Forest. They win the header. I think it's Graben, and West Brom clear that one off the line. What a 5 minutes from 85 to 90. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sure if you're watching on Sky, you loved it. Robson Kano comes in from Rodriguez. Dorico and Sudani go down the right. This is the last movement of the game, and Graben can't get the shot in. This was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Forest were on top in the first half. They took the lead on 58. Then Darren Moore goes 4-4-2, and then all hell breaks loose. Loads of chances. West Brom hit the woodwork 3 times. Guediora nearly scores from inside his own half. I loved it. Superb game. Really, really enjoyed it. Great advert from the Championship. Let's deal with Forest first. I saw Forest play Ipswich at the back end of last year. They weren't very good at all. They were really slow, really ponderous. You can see what Karanka was trying to do. This was a big step up from that. Typically for Karanka, he's got his back 7 sorted out. And when Middlesbrough went up with Karanka, they were very tight. Colback and Guediora don't come forward very often, although you say, but Ben, Guediora scored. So when they did, they made a good impact. But what they have got now, Diaz, Carvalho added to Lolly and Graben, they've got some threat up front. Diaz, I hope he doesn't turn out to be fluffy, because he looks like an excellent player. And I know they've got quite high hopes for Sudani as well. So they function in 2 halves, a solid kind of back unit, and a lot of flair up front. They played with intensity, they played with pace, and they should have been in the lead at half-time and let West Brom back in. So Forest fans, big improvement. What are you expecting? Very enthusiastic audience, 27,000 in there, seem very keen on what Karanka is doing. I sense excitement at Forest. Let me know whether I've got that right in the comments, and how you think this is going to pan out. West Brom still need to get through the transfer deadline, which is coming up in a couple of days. They've got some very big names in there that could possibly be wanting to get back to the Premier League. They weren't that great in the first half. I don't know whether that was just Forest being very good. So that we'll see when there's more context on the 2 teams' results. I will say in the second half, Gale in this division, Gale is money in this division. He'll score you goals. It's just whether you can play him up front on his own in a 4-2-3-1, whether he's got enough presence there. Barnes was quiet, Morrison was quiet. Everyone was quiet for West Brom in the first half, really, because Forest were on top. But when they went 4-4-2, they really went for it. And frankly, they could have won. Despite Forest being the better side for most of the game, they could have won. They've got quality in there. West Brom fans, what's it going to look like after transfer deadline day? Let me know in the comments. Let me know, are you going to persist with Darren Moore? Is he going to last the season if he doesn't get these big names up the table very quickly? And the 2 guys at centre-half, once the team gets organised, Bartley and Higazi should be too good for this division. They should have a cigar on if they're predicted from in front. Anyway, as you can see, I really enjoyed the game. I really enjoyed my day. Been off to tropical birdland in Leicester, and this is Bert, my souvenir. I've had a great day. That said, all of that, neither Forest or West Brom have won a game yet this season, so they need to start piecing it together. Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me at Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. Thumbs up if you liked it. Comments, Forest fans, West Brom fans, how do you see this all panning out? And please subscribe to the channel. I'm going away to the south of France on Thursday, but we'll be back for Ipswich, Aston Villa, and possibly some transfer window reaction in the next couple of days. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to go and have a cold shower and eat some giant chocolate buttons.